and welcome to the first episode of Scub on the Tube. I'm your host, Nautical Ned. Today we're going to have our first episode talking to the legend, the self-proclaimed Mike Jordan of Boogie Boardin, Scuba McBride. Scuba, thanks for stopping by your own show today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, it's been the first time in 15 years. I read your about me on your website, www.jordanaboogie.com. I follow you on your Twitter, @JordanABoogie, and I'm also a member of your fan page, and I follow your event pages. Noticed your about me, you have a long story. You had some ups and downs in your life. There were times when you just didn't know what you were going to do, but boogie boarding was the one thing that always kept you together, man.
Yes, indeed it was. I went to started out as a young lad, was doing the right thing, and got sucked down the wrong path. And as if you have read and followed my story, not so bueno. But at the end of the day, I pulled myself out of the trenches, and that's where we are today. Booyah, Ned.
So, you're mainly known for your soulful approach to boogie boarding. And I was just wondering, I know it had been 15 years since you last competed at this last stop you were at. So, I just want to know, what was it like to get in the mix again, to get out there on the Florida Bodyboarding Association tour, go up against Dan Burley, and just get out there and get your feet wet?
Well, it was great. Yeah, definitely. I loved getting the feet wet, Ned. Gnarly Ned.
Yeah.
My homie. Yeah, getting the feet wet for the first time. And not so, 15 years competitively, but at the end of the day, it was, get out there. And first heat, I was, just kind of feeling it out. Kind of getting the eye of the tiger from the homeboys on the beach, and after that it was, go with it. Let's get it. Let's do this. Huh.
And I actually had the privilege of being there beachside at Canova Beach Park in Indian Harbor, Florida. And I will say, the jellyfish just seemed to be horrible that day.
Oh, man.
How do you guys deal with that combatant on top of not competing for 15 years, on top of the first time you've ever competed in the Florida Bodyboarding Association at all? Last time you were riding a boogie board, they were just literally pieces of styrofoam.
That's correct. It's actually, where was it? Wrightsville Beach. It's the Wave Shop. You can get you a piece of styrofoam for about $20, and it did the trick. But this past competition, it was gnarly, Ned. And to get out there and rip it, and you should have seen the faces of these guys. They were like, who's this dude, and who are the homeboys that showed up?
Oh, they didn't know what to think.
Oh, it was pretty sweet. But at the end of the day, come out number 12 out of 15. So, going to be in the top 10 before this is over.
That's what I like to hear. That's the one thing, Scuba, Mike Jordan of Boogie Boarding, that separates you from everybody else on the tour. When I stand next to you right before the heat and I was asking you those questions and I looked in your eyes, you knew you were going to win. Whether it turned out that way or not, that confidence, that presence on the beach, that comfortableness in the sand, like you're in my house, this is my ocean. I can feel that. I can feel that radiating off your skin.
Yeah,
and was that something that you've always had, or was it just the meaningfulness of just this whole entire experience coming back, being there next to Dan Worley and Brian Holloway and Bubba?
Don't forget Shark Bait.
Drop knee.
Yes. It was a combination of everything. My homies, Netsky, and trying to take down Dan Worley. It was all the emotions built up for the comeback. Like they said, Michael Jordan didn't make all of his three-pointers the season after. And this guy didn't catch all of his tubes, but he will. Keep your eyes
But
open.
if you find tubes he didn't catch it, if you look at www.jordantheboogie.com, you'll have a photo gallery and also a section where you can comment and leave Scuba himself a message.
You can even
maybe
tweet.
we'll even write back to you.
Tweet.
Well, to wrap up this edition of Scub on the Tube, I want to just thank everybody for coming out. When's your next contest?
That'd be December 10th. Or they changed the date to the following weekend. I don't know. Go to fbatour.com and you can find all the information on all of us, everybody worldwide, the local boys, and especially the Scub and the Tube.
Dude.